Hey, good afternoon and welcome to Free Fire Radio and our regular Friday Town Hall meeting.
We are Carl and Linda Bott, and we are here, of course, again, with our Friday and actual weekly meeting, like you said, not to be redundant, but our guest today is Gary Cadd. But before we go and do the introductions, we want to thank Shelley and Bill always for Tobacco and Brew to give us this wonderful meeting room.
You know, in today's elections, it's been lately it's been getting rough, and Linda and I, when we decided to move to Reading, was for several reasons, but I think the primary reason was the people, and the fact of how people support each other.
This community.
And this community. We like this community, and today, as we were talking, it's what we said was, you know, after November 2nd, we go back to being that same community. And we've got to be able to work together. The opponents, and there's 10 of them, that are running for the city council. The one thing that they do have, you know, they should have foremost in their mind is they are here to serve the people. And everybody can pick their sides, and everybody can pick, you know, a candidate, and you can be backed by the Chamber of Commerce, you can be backed by the Rodeo Association, you can be backed by the unions, you can be backed by other groups. Tea Party, Citizens for a Democratic Society. But the bottom line is whoever gets elected serves us. And that we should be able to have a discourse, a civil discourse, and be able to disagree. And at the end of it, let's all sit down and have a beer. And after Proposition 19, maybe something else.
To Gary Cadd, we'd like it if Gary could give us who you are, where you come from, and give us a little description, a brief description about your background.
Well, thank you. My name is Gary Cadd, and I am a candidate for Reading City Council. And I guess to start off, since we've got a few minutes here, I can tell you my background. I was born in Willits, California. I was raised in Ukiah. So in the process of my life, I moved to Alaska, and I spent 27 years in Alaska working in the oil field on the North Slope. I started out as a roughneck on oil rigs and then worked my way through to production maintenance. Then I have also been a legislative aide for a period of time in the Alaska legislature, where I was an aide and then also a budget analyst. And then I've also been a long-line halibut fisherman, deckhand, fishing in the Gulf of Alaska. So I have quite a varied background. Now, in 2003, I was working under contract to British Petroleum up in the North Slope of Alaska as a chemical operator. I left Alaska, got married, left Alaska, and moved to Redding, California. And I love it here. And it's quite a difference from 65 below zero in Alaska to 115 in Redding. But I love it here, and I love the people. And the biggest thing that got me, when I was in Alaska, I was politically active, of course, legislative aide. So when I came to Redding, I just naturally one day went down to a city council meeting. Well, I was sitting there in a city council meeting, and I could see that the traffic wasn't being directed by the council, it was being directed by staff, which I called tail wagging the dog. So that was my start of going to city council meetings and finding out what was going on. But in the process of going to city council meetings, I'm there before they gavel in, and I'm there after the open session gavels out. So I've sat through all the meetings, I've listened to all the issues, and I have a lot of knowledge and experience that I believe I can bring to the city council to help the people of Reading, because we are in a bad position and we need to work our way out of it. I believe that I would ask for your vote in this coming election because of the fact that I have gone to the council. But I don't go to the council and just sit and just listen to what's going on. I go to council, and when there's an issue comes up that the council needs to be congratulated for, I grab a blue card and get up and talk. When there's an issue that I think that we the people are not being represented correctly, I get up and talk. The city council member is not a part-time job. It's a full-time job. I'm retired, I have the time, and I'm going to serve and look into the issues. There's issues with Reading Electric Utility being used as a piggy bank. I mean, and it's true, they are. There's issues with the budget. We have a budget problem. City has cut $18.2 million out of the budget since early 2008. Plus the fact that they've also supplemented the budget with $3 million from risk management and $3 million from the general fund reserve. So you're talking close to $24.2 million that has been dealt with. We have a problem. We have salaries that are way over the top. We have pension benefits that we're having problems with. And we need to have all of the city employees, unions and those non-represented, which is the upper management, start paying their portion. It's called the employee portion of their PERS payment. And once we do that, then we're going to be able to fully staff public safety. That is fire and police. We need to have another fireman on the fire trucks, 3, so that when they arrive at a fire, they're able to go in and start fighting the fire instead of having to wait for the third person to get there. And the more people, more policemen we have on the job, the more boots we have on the ground, as they say, the more safer they're going to be, and of course the safer we're going to be at work, at school, and on our streets.